This is Real Talk Boxing live from the studios of Dallas On Air. Here we go.
Hello, world. Well, this is episode 3, Real Talk Boxing Live. We're here. You got me, your host, Chris Rangel. We got DeAnthony Jones. We have Casey, Edward, and we have John Vera here with us tonight. Episode 3, this will be a good show, man. And we're just here live, and we're going to talk about a couple of guys got upcoming fights coming up. And first of all, let's get into it, guys. Y'all watched the fight last night?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
We had to watch that fight.
What y'all think about it?
I think
it ended exactly how I thought it was going to end.
Exactly?
Yeah.
TKO?
Yeah, gassed.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be in the 8th round.
I thought so too. I chose 8th round, but it lasted, what, one more? Or was it 10?
It went 10. 10,
yeah. I'm surprised he lasted that long, and he put up a better fight than we thought.
Exactly. I was surprised he was, I think while watching the fight, I had him up. Maybe by the first 3 rounds, he was up, and he was just doing it. I was just like, man, Floyd, come on, man. What are you waiting for? But
he looked huge in there.
He did.
Way bigger.
He did, and everybody was saying, well, Floyd can't handle the power. But Floyd took some good shots, took it, and I was like, wow, you're doing pretty well with it. But I was just a little surprised that it took so long to get started, man. But it worked out because
I think Mayweather stepped on the gas like the end of the 5th round. That's when I had I think McGregor, he got the first 4, and then at the end of that 5th round, Mayweather started catching, putting his punches together. But Conor, he did some nice body shots, but it wasn't enough.
The funny thing, I think he did better than Berto. To tell you the truth, I think he did better than Berto. I think he did better than Robert Guerrero. I don't know, just weird because I was watching it and I seen it and I was like, wow, he's throwing hammer punches. Like you see him just literally throwing hammer punches. Yeah. I'm like, man, this is crazy.
But he did better than those guys because Mayweather allowed him to do a little better. He was much more defensive against those guys.
He did the game plan just to gas him out, and that's what the game plan was.
Yeah, just press him.
Man, that mouth. We're watching. That mouth was wide open. He was just breathing and breathing. It's like, man, Floyd's gonna take him. I told a couple guys at work, I had TKO, and we all think Floyd's gonna knock him out. I think the rest of them stopped the fight, and people laughed at me. Nah, man, you don't know what you're talking about. He's little. He's too little bit. I go, man, Floyd will work and punch. He won't stop punching. And I was surprised to watch it when I was seeing, and it reminded me of kind of like old Pretty Boy Floyd, pressing the fight
forward the whole time,
walking him down. Towards the end of the fight, started walking him down. I'm like, wow, man, Floyd looking hecka good. Because all the guys told me, he's gonna dance around. Floyd didn't dance around. Floyd did went in there and fought.
He did do what he said he was going to do.
Yeah, he said he's going to take the fight to him. He said he had to. He was with him being a bigger guy, the younger guy. Mm-hmm. So he's like his arms was longer, taller. So he had no choice but to take it to him.
I think he felt his punches and just knew that he could just walk him down because you can tell that McGregor didn't really know how to put leverage on his punches. He was more like slapping,
Stance and stuff. He didn't know leverage like that.
Would you want to see McGregor in another fight, maybe with Paulie or something, or you're done with McGregor in boxing?
I'll fight him.
You can fight him? Hey, there you go.
We're same weight class and everything.
Hey, let's get it.
I'll stop him earlier.
See, there we go. The second fight right there.
Dana White, where you at? But yeah, I think him and Paulie, I think they had a nice little build-up, I guess you could say, because he said, she said type of thing, and it's like, well, maybe that'd be a good little scrap after, but I think Conor will give Paulie the business, man, but I don't think Paulie. I think Conor's gonna go back to UFC, but I don't see him back in boxing again. So
I don't. But how's he gonna go back with all that money he made? He made a lot of money, so it's like now he's gonna his head's up here, so he's gonna want X amount of money for a fight.
And then the biggest payday is Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah.
So other than that, I think the other biggest payday would probably be Canelo, but nah, I don't think you want those problems.
Nah, Canelo would definitely hurt.
Hey, boy, what you got, Jay?
Well, we're back. Show 3. Our last show was real good.
Yes, it was.
We've been learning more about our local fighters, and we got more local fighters this Sunday night. But before that, we're talking about the Mayweather-McGregor fight. I say one thing. Y'all probably see it the same way. At the end of the night, nobody lost. Not even the fans.
Right.
Well, maybe our wallets. Maybe our wallets. maybe some
Not
of us.
even. Yeah, it was worth it.
Yeah, but I mean, Floyd fought. He really just got in there and just fought. He just threw it down. And, you know, that's the old Mayweather from 2009, 2008. Even when he fought Arturo Gatti, I don't know if y'all saw it. When he fought Arturo Gatti, man, he was just going in there, just banging and banging and banging. But he gave the people's money's worth because when he fought, Berto? And then Pacquiao, so I'm just going to go in there and scrap. But he knew he was going to win. He had to go in there and do what he had to do. But
I wish he would have fought Pacquiao that way.
I wish he would have fought Pacquiao. That probably would have been the fight of the century. But it was worth watching. I enjoyed it, and you know, I'm glad that I paid for it. My wife kind of got on to me, but it was, you know, I enjoyed it. I really did. Many people kind of bash on Mayweather. Many people bashed on McGregor. But you know what? You're going to look back in probably 10, 20 years. You're going to say, you know what, I got to watch Floyd Mayweather be a TBE. Just how many people got to watch Michael Jordan ball. Many people probably got to watch other, you know, every sport, Wayne Gretzky. You can see, you know, talk about, even for soccer, you got to see Ronaldo. You got to see Messi. I mean, you just got to enjoy it. You know, nobody enjoys them, especially us that we want to see people scrap. You want to see blood. You want to see ribs broken. But it's just Mayweather just made it just beautiful. I mean, and that's it. That's done. That's it. Let's just finish on. Let's give all these fighters this opportunity. Let's give John Vera an opportunity to just do something. Let's give Errol Spence an opportunity. Let's give DeAnthony an opportunity. Let's give your fighters an opportunity. That's it. We're done. Let's close that chapter. Let's move forward.
We're done to the next.
We're done with Pacquiao. We're done with all these fighters. Let's move on to the next generation.
Next gen. Hey, Jay, I don't think we've met. I'm Casey, by the way, man. It's a pleasure meeting you, brother.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
Thank you for having us. Thank you, Laura and Nacho behind over there. Chris, thank you so much. We'll be missing Robert, but hey, if you're watching, Robert, what's up? And thanks for having us. It's a pleasure being here, and we appreciate the opportunity of being here. Well, let me give you a little bit of my breakdown on both McGregor and Floyd. Just my observations, at least from the manager standpoint. What you gotta love about McGregor is the risk taking, right? He had quite a bit of cojones to take this fight, and if you saw the guy, I don't think there was a second where he doubted himself. That true confidence, really truly believing he was going to win, I think that's what nullified a lot of the others saying, you know what, he has a 0% shot at winning. I don't know. They were saying he's not going to land a single punch, that sort of thing. And I really truly think that when a man is that confident, you can't exclude him, so to speak. He prepared very well. You could tell he did adjustments for boxing. His team had some plan at least. And for an MMA guy, I mean, unmatched stand-up game, good counter punching, good boxing IQ. The traps he was setting up, they were pretty good. But the most, or his biggest talent, so to speak, to me, what captured me is that it factor. He's got magnetism. Like, you can't stop watching kind of personality. The feelings, the emotion, the intensity. He's kind of funny. For the most part, stays positive. Treats the media, the fans, everybody with respect. That type of aura, you know, you just want to watch the guy. I'll tell you, Connor's biggest contribution from my standpoint is that crossover between the two sports. That's huge.
Yep, big time.
Will I be buying McGregor's next fight? Absolutely. Have I ever purchased a single UFC fight in my life? That's a big negative. I never thought I would. But guess what he's doing now? He's making me buy it. Dana White is brilliant in doing that. And this elite superstar is helping him facilitate the growth that the UFC definitely needs. Now, let me tell you a little bit about Mayweather. Now I'll shut up. But in terms of Mayweather, well, I think he was thinking just of one single word, and that was retirement. Marketability, future, money-making capability. That's it. If you think retirement, you're willing to take a few punches for the first 4 rounds, right? If you think in retirement, you're not going to stink it up like Berto or with Pacquiao. You don't want to get people angry for spending either $100 for the pay-per-view or up to $150,000 for the actual some of these ringside tickets that they were going for. He did what Klitschko did. He said, you know what? I'm going to end with a big bang. I'm going to erase all these other boring fights, and what I'm going to do is give everybody what they want to watch, what they want to see. But if you ask me, in all honesty, I think if he would have stuck to the usual Mayweather, not even what happened those first 4 or 5 rounds would have happened there. I think he would have schooled him and cruised to a 12 round or a late stoppage either way. But anyways, I believe he's He's the smarter guy in the way Floyd played us all again. But this time we liked it, right? We got played, but we liked it. And now he's truly ready for retirement, ready to do the next money-making chapter of his career.
Yeah, that's just brilliant. I mean, that's just exactly summing it up in just in a ball. I mean, that's just it. I mean, from the beginning, from the how do you say the press conference? No, not the press conference. When they were the tour. They were tour. Like starting from the tour, you were like, from this first one, people said, "I'm not buying." You go to the second one, then the third one, you're like, oh, and then the fourth one, you know what? I'm gonna tune in. But I mean, it was just brilliant from everybody. You won't probably see this in another probably a lot of more years. We just got to enjoy it. But we'll go ahead and enjoy these next fighters that we have here on the show and talk more about them too. But
I think sometimes Floyd, when he fights, man, he just holds the whole boxing game hostage. Everybody's waiting for what he's gonna do. He's good. He's done everything he could possibly do. I think he's a very smart businessman. I think he did a hell of a job marketing himself and doing his job. You know what I'm saying? He's with Top Rank, cut that. He fought De La Hoya. And after that, it was just millions on top of millions on top of millions. And
skyrocketed.
He's just a great business. I don't think there'll ever be a businessman like him because he can market himself so good. That's why that zero is so sacred to him because that's his marketing pool. Nobody can beat him. He's undefeated. And I think we talked before, that zero, sometimes it's overrated. But Floyd needs an O because that O just basically is his marketing tool to do this. So I think going forward, I think he's going to go into promotion, I'm pretty sure, and see how that goes for him, man. Good thing about him, he's been on both sides, so he knows how it is to have a promotion and how it is to run a promotion. So he knows the ins and outs of it. So we'll see how it goes, man. Yep.
And one thing that caught me was I believe that in life, I know when we do our shows, I like to talk a lot about, I like to get more into about personal life because, people like when we had our previous shows, people just see a boxer just go in and give you 30 minutes of them, trying to knock their heads out. But people don't talk about the sacrifices you go through. And there's one thing that he said that caught me attention, that he said when he left Top Rank, he took a big chance. And that's something I want to ask all y'all fighters, have y'all taken a big chance? And what type of chance did you take to be where you're at now? Because I'm sure all of y'all have. Y'all taken chances. And those chances will mark you and mold you as a fighter. So I'll go ahead and start with you, Anthony. What big chance did you take that you say, you know what, this is right here what opened the doors to, you're probably already a pro boxer, but you said, I'm going to take a chance on this. Because everybody has to take a chance. I'm sure it's the same as Casey. I mean, I'm taking a chance to do this as a manager, handling all these fighters. I know I'm not going to be with my family, but I'm going to take a chance on this. It's just how it started with Chris and Robert. I'm taking a chance to build something. So I'm going to go ahead with you, DeAnthony.
Yeah, I got to big, like you said, everybody take a big chance and sacrifice a lot of things. So, which me, I do. Like, I have kids, I have a wife. So I took a lot of time away from them, just to be in the gym, because I feel like you don't have to train twice as harder because, I'm always going to be on the B side, so I always have to train. And like we waiting on a phone call to fight somebody. Then that calls, always good fight. So it's like, I'm not scared to fight anybody. So I was like, I took that big risk, just like, hey, if we're going to be in this position where we're always going to have to wait for a phone call, I have to just sacrifice, train like crazy.
Yeah, I mean, it's like I said, it's a lot of background noise that sometimes you don't see for a professional fighter.
Yeah, I would hate to know that my job, I had to make weight for my job because that'd be a big issue. And I've been around a lot of fighters and I've seen the grumpy side, I've seen the angry side of them. Like, man, like I don't want to get too close to him because I know he's upset. I couldn't imagine not be able to eat what I want to eat and just.
Yeah, I'm like that too. Even me just being a little guy. Man, like that first 2 weeks of when I started cutting weight, I'm in a bad mood. My wife knows, and luckily with her, good. She, like if I'm on a diet, the whole house is on a diet. Hey. She knows like the kids, they're gonna eat right, because sometimes I just sit in the room, but like I'm getting a real grumpy mood. I try not to show it too much, but it's like, and I have to go to work, then go right to the gym when I get home. And it's so much to take in all at once, just especially when I'm just on the schedule. You just straight up from work, gym, hurry to get home to the kids and the wife, and I still have to play each role, so, and each role I have to go 100%. So it was real grumpy. But after that first 2 weeks, it's like, this is the reason I'm doing it for. And then I realized, like, okay, at the end of the day, when I get that win, my hand raised, it's all worth it.
Yeah, it's all worth it. What about you, Eddie? What can you tell us? Talk more about yourself and tell me what is a chance that you felt that it's molded you to become where you're at, who you are, and where you're at right now.
I think one of the biggest chances I took was, I'm 21 years old, so I've been out of high school 3 years now. So I think I could have taken the route to go to college or pursue just a regular job. And although I've been boxing all my life since I was 8 years old, coming out of the amateurs, I didn't have that big contract waiting on me or like a big promoter waiting on me. So like for me to just stay in the gym and see the bigger picture down the road and and to
But I'm sure that motivates you more.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Right?
But, yeah, that was a big chance for me just to not give in to that, and give up what I've been doing all my life to just go to school or get a regular job. And staying in the gym has gotten me here today with Casey, and he's got big plans for me, and so now it's it's all paying off, and thank God for that, man.
Yeah, that's exactly what it goes down to. Am I going to take this path, or am I going to go this path to become or go where I want to be? What about you, John Vera? What can you tell us? Because we talked to Richard last week, and he just told us, man, I was laid off my job. I could have done more other things.
Yeah, he had a heck of a story there.
He had a heck of a story, but everybody does. Just like Clarkson. I'm just gonna stay in the streets. Am I gonna fight, or am I gonna go ahead and go to the bar? Am I gonna go professional boxing?
Yeah, I mean, I've taken many sacrifices. I'd say one would be taking dangerous fights in my career. I haven't been scared to take on anyone that comes, in front of me. So that's one sacrifice. And then I would say the other would be quitting my job when I did. I had a really good government job. And
FBI, should we back away a little bit? Or?
I got a call from the Charlo camp, and they wanted me to go over there and spar with them. I saw it as an opportunity, so right there, I quit my job to go over there for a month and train with those guys.
I noticed one thing about you. I was looking at some record, and then once you got that belt and you got that strap, man, the competition you had, you're not taking no lightweights. You're taking on some dudes with great records, man.
Yeah, and hungry fighters, because you can have someone with a great record that maybe hasn't fought in a while, or that they're older, They know that they're going to go in there to lose, but the guys I'm fighting, they're going there trying to win. They're trying to take what I have.
Yeah, and it's weird because you get a belt, the first couple fights are just getting just, I would say just maybe like pushover fights like this, but not you. I've seen the records those guys have, and those dudes have some records, and I've seen a couple of your fights, and it's like, man, like, these dudes are not playing like it's actually a fight in there. There's no easy fights for you. You're fighting.
I'm trying to get all the experience I can in that ring. So, I'll take a power puncher, I'll take a boxer, I'll take a brawler, whatever you want to do. So that way, I'll adapt to anything. I'm going to win because that's just in me.
I follow you in the FHG, right? Is that the gym?
FHG, yes,
I follow y'all's gym, and I follow you. I follow you on Instagram. Casey, I haven't followed you yet. I will here in a bit. Sorry, but you're the way you talk, but the way you fight is two different types of people. Like, you're so calm. Even when I see you, when we go to the events here, it's just so calm. And when I see you train, when I see you fight, I'm like, oh my gosh! Like, what? I mean,
I see him.
Is he really that hungry? I mean, is he mad? I mean, Casey, what'd you do to him? No, but I mean, it's just. It's good to have that fire, that burn, And they asked me, when I was an amateur, do you want to be a pro or do you want to live for that paycheck? I'm like, hell no, I would never ever be that fighter that I'm just gonna get there and scrap it just for a paycheck. I'm gonna go there trying to make a name for myself.
For sure, it's a switch you gotta learn to turn off and on. It's I see myself as two different people. I got myself when I'm training, fighting. Mm-hmm. Totally different person. When I'm outside of that, then I got a different mindset. It's just
Mr. Cool guy.
Yeah, just fun, regular guy.
That's what I was gonna say. He's like sway, like relax. And,
I seen John at in Irving Convention Center. You fought there, right?
Yeah.
And I seen you back in the locker room, and you're just working the mitts, but just quiet, just to yourself, and just just cool and calm, like they said.
Yeah.
I see in that ring, it's like, man, it's a total different person, man. Same thing with you. I saw you at the Flight Museum, and you're back there, and you're just hitting your mitts. You're nice and quiet, and you got in the ring. It's like, damn, this dude means. These guys mean business. Like, they can just literally turn it off and turn it on at the same time. It's like, wow, man, that's pretty. It's a gift I get because some boxers will carry that outside the ring also.
Yeah.
And don't know how to turn it off and on. But that's a great characteristic for y'all. So I seen that. That's an awesome thing.
Yeah,
man.
it's something pretty big. And DeAnthony, I know you used to come to. Well, you still come to our gym and you would spar.
Yeah.
Boy, I mean, there was rounds. I mean, there was like probably y'all go 6, 7, 8 rounds with Adame. Remember?
Yeah.
And I could remember that you were like, y'all both were gassed.
Oh,
I
yeah.
was like, you know what, we're gonna do one more. You know, so
yeah,
I
like
mean,
we're just trying to pull the best out of each other.
Yeah, and that's just something that, you know, as a fighter, you just have to have that inner you that you just got to take it out. And you know, I mean, I'm sure I'm quoting somebody, but you just got to explode from that. And you know, in the sparring is just a lot of you got to learn from, and you take it to the match. You know, but yeah, I've seen you personally, and I'm sure you know, we used to come to the gym, but you know, I we always talk about it. We look forward to watching him fight, just like John, just as all of y'all. I mean, we always discuss that we, you know, we look forward to supporting the fighters. We were just discussing about that earlier. So
yeah, I remember seeing him at Mesquite Rodeo on the
Mike Tyson
card.
Yeah, Mike Tyson.
And you're doing good. And you got, was it a headbutt or something?
Yeah, it was a headbutt. Yeah, it cut me and it cut him as well. And then he gave in at the end of the third round, which sucks. But
yeah,
it was great. It was a good learning experience. You know. It was fun. I wish I would have went the distance, man. So at least I could stop him. That's what I was going for. Or was going all around just to do more, because each round I was just building up and letting my hands go even more.
Yeah, I still remember that when Mike Tyson was there.
Yeah,
I remember it was.
But I think we're gonna take a little pause for the calls real quick and come back with these guys for the close out of the show.
All right.
Stay tuned.
Tune in.
Nigga wishing death on my name.
we're back. We're back like we left our keys. We had a question that somebody asked, and they said, do we see Conor McGregor and Paulie Malignaggi making a professional fight in the boxing ring? We just discussed it. I wouldn't pay to watch it. I just wouldn't. Paulie, he's a good announcer. He's done. I think he's way over his time. I'm not going to pay to watch him. Even in the sparring, you could just tell. I mean, it was like we said, it takes two to dance. Yeah. So it's not going to be even worth the watch. But it's a good. I mean, you just never know. Maybe it could get built up. You just never know. But no, I don't think it'll.
But yeah, but it's like I don't know who would I wouldn't want to see. I don't know who I would pay to see Conor in there with. Like he already fought Mayweather. It's like he fought the best. Yep. So it's like who else would you pay to see him fight?
Yeah. The only thing now is he has to work his way up now.
Yeah.
I think, he already has the name, but
the other
why
opponent,
not fight some legit 154
The other opponent
pounders?
has to have a lot to lose.
Yeah.
That's how I see it. The other opponent has to have a lot to lose to make that fight more interesting, because I knew Mayweather was winning. Everybody was asking, and all my friends were asking me, and then a lot of people were talking about it. I said, look, Mayweather has never put himself in a situation where he can lose.
Yeah.
Second of all, Mayweather knows he's going to win this, but he's selling the fight. Even when he did interviews, he said, Conor's younger, he has a longer reach, he's bigger, he's stronger. I'm like, he's doing that to make you tune into the fight. There's a lot of my friends that were at the house yesterday, they were like, no, what he said at the interview, like, that's why I think Conor's going to be like, no, he's not. It's going to be 2 or 3 rounds, so no.
I knew exactly how I was going to go. I knew he was going to gas out. He's gassed out on all his fights, and then a boxing fight requires more stamina, endurance.
Yeah, but you just have to respect exactly what Conor did. I just think at the end of the day, you just got to respect what he did. I mean, it just took a lot for him. I remember when this started, it was just a meme. It was a picture that somebody kept on posting, and Conor posted it, and then Mayweather posted it later. They're like, let's make it happen. It was like at the beginning of the year. And it was just like little chatter, and look what it brought up to. And then, Oscar De La Hoya was like pissed, talking on Twitter, making all this noise, but say, hey, man, I mean, it's just history we just witnessed.
Yeah, and to go back to Floyd, just seen as a businessman, an opportunity to make some good money.
Oh, yeah.
Make a lot of money. Yeah. So,
what was that? He made, what, $300 million?
Maybe.
I want to say, they said towards...
but that's not including...
Once pay-per-view numbers come out, I guess that's when
I'm sure he made double. I probably make 600, 700, but I mean... Don't know how much. Have you seen that? The memes were the best part too. I mean, the memes were hilarious.
There was one memes.
That one, but there was a funny one that it was a Birdman going like this in the window, and it said the IRS waiting for Floyd Mayweather at the door like this. They were like, he was like that. But yeah, I mean, I guess we could just move on from that. But it was more exciting than the Pacquiao fight. Like I said, it was more exciting more than the Pacquiao fight. But I want to go ahead and ask Eddie Vasquez a couple questions, and so let's just say. I don't know nothing about you, okay? Now you try to tell me why I would tune in to watch you. Now try to sell me why. I'm not saying I haven't watched you. The little that I know about you, I will tune in. But if somebody didn't know, a viewer that is when I watch you, why am I gonna pay X amount of money to watch you?
I've been doing this all my life, man, and this is what I know best. And when I get in that ring. Man, you're either gonna have to knock me out, you're gonna have to kill me, or I'm not letting it go. I'm not gonna let you beat me. It's just not happening. And that's just in me. Like I don't want to be outworked. I'm never gonna be outworked, and that's in the gym, in the ring, in any aspect of life. So in that ring, you can expect me to put on a show definitely for the crowd, and it's gonna be an action-packed fight no matter what.
You got 2 fights, September 2nd, September 29th. September 2nd is in Mexico. Do you know who you're fighting?
His name is Everardo Jawa or something like that. I'm not sure how to say it. It's spelled really weird. It almost sounds like Japanese or something.
You worry about going to Mexico and fighting, bro?
Oh, no, not at all. Actually, it's pretty cool because I didn't know it's in Obregón, Sonora, and I didn't know I had family there.
Hey!
And
bro, I mean, that's the...
And my aunt, I guess, like, through Facebook and stuff, she told me that I actually have family out there, just, a little bit of family, but they'll be there. They'll be there to support, so I'm pretty excited to go out there and, put on a show for them. And I also have a little cousin out there. Well, I've never met them before, but he's a boxer also. I think he, might be like 13 or 14 or something. But
the power of social media.
Yeah, he's really excited to go out and watch. So I'm really excited to get out there and show him, how
So
what I've been
And
working on.
he's fighting a 1-0 southpaw kid, so
Yeah.
it's not no pushover. It could be a good fight for him.
Yeah.
But okay, so I want to go to Chris. Why'd you ask him? Are you scared? I mean, what'd you ask him? The Mexican. Why'd you ask him that?
Yeah, because he's not from Mexico. Well, you're from Fort Worth, right?
Yeah, from Fort Worth. Yeah.
And sometimes you don't get a fair shake in Mexico. I know a couple guys that got a bad shake in Mexico, and I was just wondering. That's just curiosity because
Yeah, that's
it's
exactly
in the back
what
of the
I was-
mind. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You might do good, but you also might get the bad end of it. Even though I know a couple guys that got a bad end going to Mexico.
Like recently was Marroquin, like about a year and a half ago, when he went to Mexico and he fought this guy and he was a champ. And even Julio Cesar Chavez Sr. said, "How did the other guy win? I had Marroquin winning the whole time." So yeah, that's just something that does that lurk in your mind sometimes. That, going to somebody's background, because Errol Spence, when he went to go fight,
was it Kell Brook?
Kell Brook, and everybody was asking him, "Are you gonna go for the knockdown? Because if you don't, the judges are in his pocket."
And that's a key thing right there, because don't leave it in the judge's hands.
Yeah, and
You
that's-
handle business in the ring.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's just you taking care of the business. So they ain't got to worry about no judges. So.
And that's why I'm not afraid, because I know I'm gonna go out there, and I'm
There you
gonna
go.
put in the work that needs to be put in for sure.
There you go. And there's a big event September 29th at Gillies
in Dallas.
Dallas. For some reason I was looking for work because you're from Fort Worth. So John, you're fighting him. Do you know who you're fighting at the moment?
I do, but I don't know his name.
Sunday
This is
Ajua.
Really? Anything about him?
He's from Ghana.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's from Ghana.
Who was the
the
last
only
fighter
one.
that was from Ghana? What was that guy versus Pacquiao, right? Years ago. Was he from Ghana?
Yeah.
Right? That
forgot
guy?
his name.
Claudia?
Joshua
he's-
Claudia, right? Claudia, right?
He's
He was
from
Claudia.
Nigeria.
Oh, Nigeria.
Your opponent's from
Nigeria.
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 One
So,
of-
do you know nothing about him?
Not really. They just said.
They just named
yeah,
him
this
there.
guy is a. Yeah, I really don't look at. Plus, I was on vacation when they sent me the name, so I wasn't paying attention, man. To be honest with you. I was
Okay, yeah, I'll
like,
fight
yes,
whoever.
Yeah, whoever. I don't care.
I'm in the Mayweather McGregor undercard. Yeah, that's fine. Whatever. I'm on vacation. And you're with Roy Jones Jr. I admire him when I was younger.
Oh yeah, me too.
Does he help you? Like having him in the corner, how does that help you having him there? Because I mean, Roy Jones Jr. Man, dude,
He's there sometimes. I mean, he's
or
not in
you
my
talk
corner.
to you. Well, I mean, not in your corner, but like having him.
Oh yeah, like
you know,
as a part of the promotion.
yeah,
stuff.
part of the
Yeah,
promotion.
it's cool, man. It's like it's
Dream come
some-
true.
Yeah, something you've always dreamed of to be associated with someone like that, someone as great as him.
How did that happen?
Yeah.
I knocked out this guy from Kazakhstan with a Roy Jones Jr. like leaping hook.
Oh, wow.
And he showed the CEO of Roy Jones Jr. Promotions, and that's how it all began.
What is the best advice he's given you at this moment?
Well, it really hasn't given me any advice yet. So, I mean, when I see him, it's just like, real brief. We don't really talk too much because he's hardly ever there. I know he lives he's traveling all the time, with the HBO and everything. So, I mean,
Yeah.
I only see him every now and then.
I have a friend. If you pay attention sometimes to Roy Jones Jr. when he talks, he's always going like this. Before he talks it out.
Like this.
Yeah. And I have a friend that he always, every time the shows were coming on, when he was talking, he's like, "So what do you think, Roy?" It was just something that made me laugh. But yeah, I mean, I think that's pretty awesome. Do you think he will be here at the fights? And
I'm not sure. I haven't asked that, but
It's possible.
It's possible,
Roy has a dual citizenship.
Yeah.
That's in Russia.
Mhm.
So a certain percentage of the time he needs to be per year, a certain percentage has to live or stay in Russia in order to maintain his citizenship. And there's a lot of business that he, I believe, conducts over there in Russia. Promoters, some of these fights that he took at a later stage in his career.
Mhm.
So in order for him to keep his Russian citizenship going,
he can't be here all the time.
he cannot be here all the time.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
if you, with HBO and with the other things he's got going on here in the United States, it's he really has to pick his battles in terms of where he's going to show up.
Yeah.
But
He was
we're
here not
hoping
too
he's
long
here.
ago,
See, I
though.
didn't even
We had
know
dinner
that.
and everything together here.
Yeah.
He came to Dallas not too long ago.
Yeah.
See, I didn't even know that. I didn't even know that about Roy. And so, where can we get the tickets for the fans to know? Where can they go ahead and get the
They
tickets?
should be on sale Monday, right?
Yeah, starting Monday, FHG Boxing or Gym. You can contact us on social media as well. I mean, Facebook probably be the easiest. If you're not friends with John or Edward or myself, just get on there. They won't be handling, or at least John won't be handling his own ticket sales, but we most definitely will be helping with that and making sure that you get them if you want them. The Gym, Fort Worth, FHG, that will have a stash there as well. And Monday, I believe, which is tomorrow, is when ticket sales will start.
FSG. I see they're very active, or y'all are very active on social media. It's one thing that I admire of them is how they really worked on the youth, how their focus is really the youth. Can you tell me a little background about the Gym, how it started? And it's 3 or 4 guys, and they're always together, and it always seems like it's positive vibes.
If you think about it, the name, right? Faith, Hope, and Love. But instead of love, we stuck a G in there. So Faith, Hope, and Gloves Boxing. The idea of putting that name was to communicate that we were. The idea here is to all swim in the same direction, and if we can even do a little prayer, that sort of thing, I mean, that means the world to us. Try to have a true family-friendly environment. It's a boxing gym. You still got this and that going on, but everybody swims in the same direction. There's not different coaches in different corners trying to keep their fighters or competing in any way, shape, or form. Instead, we're all just one big old team. Coach Ray and I got to the point where we said, John Vera keeps moving up, and we really just need a place of our own. So we just went out there and said, you know what, we'll risk it. And that's it.
So Casey bought me a gym.
Basically, that's what happened. And Coach Ray is the co-owner or business partner with me. So, yep.
Yeah.
How many guys do you manage by chance?
I prepped that.
I know you got
9,
Angel
10,
Hernandez.
10. Yeah, 10 guys. Yeah.
Can you give us some names?
Sure. We got Carlos Villa. He lives in Albuquerque, originally from El Paso. He's got a 12-3 record. He's a 140-pound fighter. He'll also be fighting in Obregon on September 2nd. He almost was on the Tuesday Mayweather fight. Chucky Sakai ended up fighting Ashley Teofan, and he almost got that fight. But for some reason, they went with Chucky Sakai instead of him last minute. Jesse Angel Hernandez, his most recent appearance was on Showbox versus an undefeated Russian. No belt. But definitely has come out a bout, and got a couple of promoters interested, some contracts that we're reviewing. And we think we've made a choice, but we're still compromising and collaborating to make the contract work for both parties.
And he was an underdog on that fight, wasn't he?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, they thought
he came in B-side.
He came in B-side, but yeah, it was a 5th round stoppage.
And the reason I said did he win a belt, because I remember after the fight, he was overwhelmed with joy.
Yes.
That's probably where I got the belt situation for, because I know he was very excited.
Oh, super happy. Yes. I mean, he comes from a boxing family. Right. 15 brothers, sisters. Whoa. 9 of them boxers.
You're trying to hear that.
6 of them became pros. If you look at Leo Santa Cruz, the only draw on his record came from one of his brothers. Another one of his brothers, undefeated 10-0, Miguel Hernandez Mago. I mean, he ended up in prison. Pretty unfortunate, because 10-0, I think he had like 8 or 9 KOs, a whole career, bright career in front of him, but he ended up in prison. Now we have Jose Lokk Hernandez as well. He scored a little WBC belt. He had a lot of upsets, including a draw with Mickey. What is it? Mickey Bay. Right. So no, comes from a great family. I got a couple others. Josue Garcia from El Paso. Shamarian Snyder, 7-1-1. He's a cruiserweight, just doing great. Now that we got him out of the heavyweight division and into the cruiserweight division, Jarvis Shepard, 4-0, 1 draw in Mexico on Promociones del Pueblo. I'll tell you what, exactly what you all were talking about in Mexico happened in that fight. Now, that's a huge fight, televised, all that, right? And so all the announcers had him winning all 4 rounds, and at the end of the day, gave him a draw. It's horrible. If you watch the fight, it's I still have the link on my Instagram, I believe. Kenneth Taylor out of Tyler, Texas. Oh, great kid. He also had a great opportunity. Broke his hand in Vegas on a card out there, but he's coming back up. And then obviously I got the two guys you see here, John Vera and Edward Vasquez. I also have a kid named Anthony Hill. You would call him an opponent, but boy, he's a tough kid, and I love him. So every chance I have to toss out his name, I do. Anthony Hill.
DeAnthony, real quick, ringside prices. Ringside price.
Sure,
Ringside 100, right? Ringside?
Yeah, the ringside at 100, but you also have some table options. You have food, tacos, all kinds of little combo packages that are coming with some of these table options. I believe on the stage it'll be $150 a pop, but you get some goodies along with that, and you're going to be right next to the gym. You see, Gillies usually they center the ring, but this time around apparently the ring will be closer to the stage, making those table seats pretty good. Then you got $100 tickets, $75 tickets, $60 tickets, $45 tickets,
30, right, for general admission,
and then 30 for general admission. But that would be likely standing room only. And don't quote me on the prices, but I believe that's what they published so far. We'll find out for sure tomorrow.
And that's going to be televised too, right? On beIN Sports?
Yes, on beIN Sports.
Yes, it's huge, right? If you look
really
at
is.
Barcelona, all these international soccer games, and all of a sudden you got boxing right after that. So
saw
one
that.
of
That was
the
pretty-
largest, yes, there could be a lot of crossover. You know,
Really
one thing
fast
that
growing right now, too.
soccer fans like is boxing.
Yes,
So
you're not
we're
lying.
excited about that.
DeAnthony, when is your next fight?
I'm fighting September 9th in San Antonio.
And do you know who you're fighting?
Yeah, I'm fighting a guy named Xavier Wilson.
You know anything
Yeah.
about him? Any background?
No, he's from there. He's 6-0 with one TKO.
So is
6-0.
that the dude they call or he calls himself like the monkey?
Yeah, something monkey something. Yeah,
I was supposed to fight him also, but he didn't want to fight.
yeah.
Good for him, right?
Well, they gave us a call for their fight. They called us for another opponent on the actual card, and that didn't work out. Then they called back with him. That's what we take it. We said yeah, and so now we're headlining it. We're gonna be the headliner of the show. So
Oh, nice.
That's gonna be really
it's
nice.
gonna be fun because they having a pro-am, and then two of my two of my younger brothers are fighting on it, and so it's gonna be a good show. I got a lot of family going out there. We have friends that got a fan base out there as well. So
Is it Leha Bata? Is it Leha Bata promotion, or do you know?
I don't know. I have no clue.
I think he's with
I just want to fight. That's all. Right?
Yeah.
That's all. I just want to fight. That's all.
It's been a minute. So I'm
I just,
ready
want, I
to
just want to hit somebody. This was the first week. This previous week was the last week going to school. I said, man, I haven't sparred in months, and I got in there and sparred against this guy, Dalen. He's a MMA, and he boxes at the same time. He gave me a whooping.
Yeah.
He whooped me, but it felt so good. I was like, you know what? It felt so good.
Yeah,
I said,
it's like for the moment, it's like,
Yeah.
man, damn, what's going on? But then after
Yeah.
that, you're like, man, I'm glad I did it.
Yeah, I got whooped. He caught me pretty good a lot of times. I said, man, you know what? It was worth it. I loved it. But so we have these 3 important fights of all these fighters that are from the area. We do hope, and I know a lot of people will tune in to support. And each fight, I believe it's really important for each local fighter because, I mean, you're representing Dallas at the end of the day. Dallas, it has to come up. There's always been a lot of fighters from the Dallas area that put a
Dallas
name
Fort
for
Worth.
themselves. Dallas Fort Worth.
Hold on. Nelson.
Yeah.
DFW. I'm
there you
sorry.
go.
I'm
There
sorry.
we go.
There we go. I'm so sorry. I'm
You
sorry.
gotta correct that.
Yeah.
I went downtown Dallas. Sorry about that. Yeah, Dallas Fort Worth. Dallas Fort Worth does have a lot of fighters that are putting the name for themselves.
Yeah.
It's exciting to see it and to see y'all succeed. Just like John Vera. Why did they call you the Phenom?
Just young, talented, up and coming.
Who gave you that nickname?
My team.
Your team.
Yeah. My team. My coach.
I like that.
My coach is.
I like that.
Sambo and Ray.
Yeah, I like that. It sounds like a snake, a vicious snake that when it bites you, you're just done.
Let me ask you a question. You picked up a belt.
Yeah.
You have the NABA U.S. champion, right?
Yeah.
How did it feel winning that belt, man?
I felt good. I mean, but it feels better retaining it, just defending it. That's what, each time I keep winning, it just feels better and better. And I'm just looking forward to getting the bigger belt, the next step up, Which, Erislandy Lara is the big champion. And they skipped me and went to number 8. I think he's fighting number 8 now, so I'm number 7. So
And 17.
it would have been nice
right?
to get that. Yeah, I'm 17-0. 10 KOs.
17. Yeah, I was watching that 17-0. There's a lot of. So is that what would you like next? Because there's a lot.
That'd be a great.
There's a lot
I
of.
said Conor McGregor earlier.
Oh, okay. We can watch that one too. We can have a watch party. So let's just say you will win this fight. You're gonna win this fight.
Yeah.
You move forward. Okay, Lara probably comes around. But who's somebody that you look forward to fighting? Who's somebody that you really want? Because there's a lot of people in the 154 category now. There's a lot of people. You know,
all the top names I look forward to fighting because.
But who's one that you could see that you can vision yourself that be like, you know what, this is a fight that I could give the fans what they want, but at the same time like it's just gonna be electrified. It could be the fight of the year. What could it be? Something like that. I'm sure you dream about that.
Man, that's what I'm saying. Like the way the 154-pound division looks right now, it's like it could be multiple people that I could do that with. Like Boo Boo Andre. I mean, there's the Charlo. If that ever happens, just all those could be like legacy defining fights because just that's how good they are. So
let me ask you a question because you said that right now. And I had it written down, but so you said the division is heavy, so there's a lot of money there. To you, legacy or money?
Oh, legacy for sure.
There it is.
I'd rather have my name remembered hundreds of years from now, like a Muhammad Ali or something.
Paper champion and people's champion.
Exactly. I see a lot of money. A lot of boxers are about money, money, and this won't give the fans.
I'm not a flashy person. I don't like to buy expensive things. I don't care about any of that stuff, so it really doesn't matter to me.
Yeah, something that you see on his Instagram.
I'm just enjoying the journey. This whole journey of doing this boxing thing. The thing I love the most. So. That's the best part.
You box full time, no other job, just box straight up?
Yeah, pretty much just box.
If there's something you could tell yourself, if there could be this powerful machine that you could tell yourself, if you could go back in time when you were 10 or 15, what would you tell yourself to help you? How can I rephrase this? Like, if you could go back in time, what would you tell yourself? I'm trying to rephrase this correctly.
What would the 29-year-old John Vera tell the 10-year-old John Vera?
Yes, exactly. My words got real mixed up. Sorry. That sparring got caught to me. Sorry.
I don't know, man. I just tell myself just to not worry about anything. Just go for what you want. And don't worry too much about life and everything. Just don't take everything too serious. Just have fun as a kid.
Yeah. Seriously. Life goes so fast. Could you see yourself fighting Charles Hatley?
I mean, if it ever happened, me and Charles are cool. I mean, but
have you sparred with him?
Oh yeah, we sparred. We always had great work together.
Oh. And Eddie, who's the biggest sparring guy that helps you prepare for fights?
Right now, I've been sparring with quite a bit of guys. Actually, it's almost like a fresh body all the time. But I've been sparring with a guy at our gym named Ben Gurman, I believe his name is, and Bam Bam Rodriguez. I don't know if y'all know who that is.
From San Antonio.
No, actually, no. He's from Fort Worth. What's Bam Bam's real name? All I know him is Bam Bam.
Golly,
I think that's all I know.
Such a catchy name. That's all I got, my friend.
Yeah,
he's an amateur still, but he's a
Southpaw
standout
too.
amateur.
Yeah,
so it's helping quite a bit for this.
Yeah,
I think he actually just got that new scholarship program to A&M for the boxing.
Yeah, he just left actually.
Yeah,
we sparred Saturday, and that was his last sparring session in Fort Worth, and it was my last sparring session before the fight too. So it was good. We definitely brought the heat that night.
Very sharp kid.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So both of you are managed by Casey.
Yeah.
Why Casey?
He's the man.
Well, when you want to talk about taking chances, me and Casey took a chance on each other because he never had a fighter when I was a free agent. He never had a fighter, and me knowing that he's never had a fighter before, and he's don't really know too much about the boxing business yet. We both took a chance on each other. He took a chance on managing me, and I took a chance on letting him be my manager. So that's how we got started. So we're the first.
That's right. And you?
I was just training for so long, looking for the opportunity, and and Casey came along, and I guess he saw the potential or the hard work or whatever he saw in me, and after hearing the the plan that he had for me or for my career, I mean, it sounded like everything I ever dreamed of, and so I didn't hesitate at all, to make the decision to further my career with Casey.
Casey, this question was back to you. Why these guys?
Oh, good grief. Initiative.
Try not to say too many good things.
Yeah, initiative. These guys, if you listen to what they're saying at the core, when like you were saying earlier, you didn't say, you know what, I'm just a naturally talented superstar that cannot make a mistake. Instead, what they're saying is, I'm gonna outwork whoever's in front of me. I don't have to worry about them. They're on automatic mode, if that makes any sense. And yes, they are talented. They are kids with confidence. They got that it factor, whether you may see it right now in young Edward or not, but they both have that it factor. They're Mexican, they're Hispanic, good-looking kids, and I think that I can say about all of my fighters. They long-term thinkers, work ethic, respect, responsibility, and they sell themselves pretty good. So we're excited.
How'd you get into management to be the manager?
Yeah, well, since I was a little kid growing up, I grew up in Juarez, by the way. A lot of people see my first name and think, oh, man, this gringo guy, right? But I'm actually...
Not first name is light skin. Come on, let's be honest.
Come on, guy. So I grew up in Juarez, and as a kid, I didn't grow up in no great neighborhood or any of that. And you had two things to do back then. You played soccer or you boxed. But that was about all you had. And I kind of played around with both, but did more of the soccer thing. I eventually ended up in the Army, U.S. Army, not the Mexican Army. And in the U.S. Army...
talk about that.
By the way, I also have daddy issues, and my dad was a big boxing fan, so I guess that also added to it. But when I was in the Army, my first duty station was Fort Carson, Colorado Springs. What do you all know is there? What's in Colorado Springs?
Beautiful mountains.
That's boxing relevant.
The Olympic Training Center.
That's exactly right. USA Boxing and the Olympic Training Center. It's also home for the old Army teams. So back then I was playing soccer. Well, in the Army. And
what position?
Forward, my friend. Oh yes, forward. Love
really?
it. Yeah,
who was your favorite forward of all time?
Luis Roberto Alves Hage. So
Brazilian Mexican for the national team from Mexico.
Oh, come on, guy! Look at you. I need to start a soccer podcast here.
I played soccer all my life.
All your life?
I played soccer all my life, and that's what God gave me the opportunity to get a scholarship to play.
I played a little back with UTEP had a team back in the day. I'm that old, my friend. Yes, but I had a chance to work out and see the wrestling and the old Army boxing team. And I saw that, and that was just kind of fed off that seed that had been kind of ingrained in me from early on. Coach Ray, if you don't mind, I'm going to tell you a little bit about how him and I met. I was going to Pali Ayala's, Ayala's University of Hard Knocks. And I was training there and started picking up mitts and kind of helping around. And here I see this guy with the most swag you've ever seen. I mean, the guy is just kind of doing his thing, the facial hair, and then always tricked out, collar combination down to the T. You never see Coach Ray like out of style, all these T-shirts, got the Manny Pacquiao T-shirt, all these fight T-shirts. And I don't know what it was about that, but we just kind of kicked it off cool, and he impressed me with his swag, and we just became friends, and it all developed from there. There was a need. They needed someone to get fights for fighters. It's hard to get fights for fighters. It really is. And we've all stayed in our lane, and it's just kind of worked out. What's the reason it's hard to get fights for fighters?
Because the boxing was cutthroat.
Because everybody has an agenda. Everybody has their own agenda.
Yeah.
And I think one thing that does actually differentiate us is that money's not the main motivation for us. How much is the next purse? Getting upset because we don't think they're valuing us enough to give us the right amount of money. For us, if we focus on winning, if we focus on the right fights at the right time for the right fighter or for whoever the fighter is, the money comes later on, if that makes any sense.
Cristiano Ronaldo or Messi?
Messi, my friend.
Okay. Diego Armando Maradona or Zinedine Zidane?
Diego Armando Maradona, my friend.
Is this another soccer? Is a soccer thing going on right now?
Yeah, that's what's going on.
Quickly.
I was getting lost now.
I'm lost with you.
Man,
quickly.
shoot.
That's
I'll see you next weekend, my friend. I'll bring the beers.
We'll go ahead and take a couple questions from on Instagram. People have been asking, is there any questions that people have asked from recently? Anything they could ask? Nice shirt, by the way. Where'd you order that?
We bought it down in Vegas.
Oh, really?
Mayweather Pacquiao went down there and they had that shirt down at the TMT store. So
I went to the Mayweather Canelo fight. I got Canelo gear. I mean, I was just at that moment I was supporting Canelo.
Ms. Laura, let me see. Oh wow, look at that.
Listen, I'll try to get one, man, but all they had was like extra large. And that's not gonna work. That's not gonna work out for me. So I'm like, man.
You were like, I need a size extra sexy. Come on, where's that size at?
So that didn't work out at all. But it's a very nice shirt. Very nice shirt.
Yeah, it's a very nice shirt.
A question that was asked earlier was the difference between MMA fighters versus boxing versus their training.
That's a pretty good question.
I've never done MMA, but I have some guys that do MMA and stuff. I mean, they have to concentrate on multiple disciplines while we concentrate on a singular one, which means we could perfect our craft eventually. I think this is just an opinion. I think it requires more, cardiovascular, more endurance. That's just me.
And I think boxing requires more thinking, than instead of just letting your guts get a hold of you and get in there and just brawl it out. You're not going to win a boxing match like that. It's definitely the thinker that wins every time.
Yeah,
that's what I think that is. Boxing is like that, just a thinking man's game. It's chess. And I think, and you get an MMA, you're just somebody who's you had a long day, you have daddy issues or something, you just want to just choke somebody out. It's just
boxing. Sometimes you just have to find a way to win. You know what I mean? And in MMA, there's multiple ways to win. You can kick somebody if you can't find an opening up top, kick them down low, or take them to the ground if you're getting beat up top. But in boxing, it's just there's no way out really. It's just
hard,
you have to figure it out.
Yeah. The training, we have a guy that trains with us, and it's almost the same, but like you said, they have to worry about multiple stuff, the multiple details. The legs, the elbows, of doing the takedowns, all that type of stuff that they have to worry about. It's not just one single thing like us that we just got to punch, move, weave, and all that good stuff. So it's for them. So I mean, I really can't say which one's tough, which one's more tough, but I would probably say MMA is a little bit tough, just because they have a little bit more.
They have their different things. We have our different things. To me, I mean, that's not what I train for. I don't want to get kicked in the shin. My shins hurt. I hit those babies, they hurt. So I'm not trying to get kicked in the shin unless I train for it. I mean, but
that hurts a lot.
Yeah,
that hurts a lot. Yeah, that does hurt.
Both disciplines deserve respect, though.
Yeah,
big time.
No matter what.
Yeah, they're both martial arts.
It's a skill. It's an art.
Both an art.
And we're just all of us that are outside of the boxing game or combatives ourselves that don't get in the cage or in the ring. We're just privileged to be around the sport. But everybody that gets in there, whether MMA or boxer, I tip my hat.
Takes balls either way.
Yeah, Edward, how'd you get your nickname? That's a question somebody asked. How'd you get your nickname?
The kid, my grandpa called me that actually growing up since I was a kid. And I guess it just kind of stuck around. We kind of didn't really use it as a nickname, really. And
yeah, Coach Ray and I had kind of a little meeting similar to what we did with John Vera. And then we just push it out there and we hope that you don't get pissed at us. And it worked out. And then that's your nickname now. But no, in all honesty, he had mentioned the nickname, but he never used it. And we just kind of ran with it. And thank you very much for not complaining about it.
It works.
On the posters and everything else.
I'm glad it was something my grandpa gave me growing up. That I can get used to that. That's cool. I'll take it.
I think it's getting close to wrap up time. Just go around the circle and just some social media. Anything you want people to look at for Anthony?
Well, just you follow me. At my Instagram is DeAnthony Jones, and Facebook as well. And I'm sorry, Instagram's Team D Jones, and Snapchat is D_.
Goes down in the DM.
D_ and Jones. Yeah, just follow me, man. It's I got a good fight coming up. We're going out there, going for the win.
And you are gonna win.
Oh yeah, most definitely. We're going out there. Me and my younger brothers. and we're gonna just keep pushing, just trying to find going for the next step, and just follow us. And me and my gym, Texas Select, my step parents, Jaciel and Christine Lopez, just follow us, and everybody else, Dallas and Fort Worth.
DFW.
Yeah.
What about your social medias?
You can follow me on Instagram at Eddie Vasquez TX, and on Facebook at just Edward Vasquez. But yeah, man, follow us or follow me and watch me and my team, climb these ranks. Just getting started. It's a fresh journey, and we got some good things, planned, and watch this hard work pay off, man.
Good.
You can find me on Instagram at John Vera Jr. 88, Facebook and Twitter John Vera Jr. and Snapchat is private.
Nice, I like that.
Shout out to all our coaches, Coach Sambo, Coach Richard, and obviously Coach Ray Ray. But out of the three, our media guy is Sambo. So it's Falco _817. That's PHLACO _817. Man, he's all over the place. You want the behind the scenes stuff during fights, before fights, after fights. Even when you don't want to watch what's going on, he'll be taping that thing. And then we have FHG or at FHG Boxing. All these are Instagram accounts. You can follow the gym. And then if you want to follow me, it's at KC _D _manager. That's K the letter C _ the letter D as in dog _manager.
So difficult.
It's a piece of cake. What are you talking about?
Well, I just want to thank all these guys for coming out. Could be anywhere, but you're here with us, so appreciate y'all.
Thank you for having
us. They drove
us.
from Fort Worth to Dallas, so
thank you for coming.
Thank y'all so much for coming.
No problem.
And it won't be the last time y'all come up here. Next time y'all come on, y'all talk about y'all wins that y'all gonna have these upcoming weeks. And thank y'all so much, and we'll be here to support y'all as best as we can. And please, DFW represent them.
Chris, Jay, Laura, Nacho, thank you so very much for the love, man. It means the world to us. What you do, you probably don't get paid or don't get paid much, right? And what you're giving back to the boxing community is huge, man. Golly, the thank you. You're very welcome that we took the trip down here, but the thank you really goes out to you all, man. Thanks for having us.
Yeah,
you guys support your local, man.
Yeah.
You guys support your local. You can't build a base without the home core. And I know y'all Fort Worth, but DFW
it's down the street.
Yeah, we all family. So we got to support the local and everybody here. And thank you all again. Follow us on social media, Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, everything. Thumbs up, guys.
Yep.
Real Talk Boxing for Real Talk fans.
That's it. Real Talk for Real Boxing fans. Get it.
Enjoy Game of Thrones season finale tonight. That's right. Have a good rest of your night.
You too.
Thank you.
Thanks, man.